Hey howdy hey, my name's Astrovex, how you guys doing? And today I am reviewing the MOOER GTRS M800. This is a very interesting guitar. This is probably the most interesting guitar that I own right now, because as far as this is being a very cool metal guitar for all the stuff that you want to do, it actually has a effects, tone, and basically an amp plug-in suite built into the guitar. I've never seen anything like this. This is totally insane. And I'm not using any amps, I'm not using any pedals, I haven't got anything on my interface running, I got nothing. Every sound is coming out of the guitar, out of this little system in the bottom here. It's like a USB sort of thing going on, and it's really crazy. So I thought I'd talk about this today because this was really different and I kind of like it. So if you know MOOER, that they tend to do a lot of like effects pedals and multi-effects stuff and those little tiny pedals you can get, and now they've delved into the idea of basically building modern guitars now that have got these sort of effects and this versatility and just this ease of use built into them. So you haven't got to be fiddling around with pedals and, you know, tweaking amps and everything. If you've got all your presets built in and if they sound good enough to use, which is crazy. I never thought that I would see something like this in my lifetime. So let's have a little rundown about each part of the guitar, including the little cool part about the effects we'll get into in a sec. It's got this sort of typical super strat sort of style, something like an Ibanez RG sort of style, that super stratty gem sort of feel, but it's got enough contouring and enough of their own sort of, I don't know, MOOER's sort of stamp, this sort of design tier sort of thing, which makes it feel a little bit like theirs. And I got in this really nice iridescent blue-purple sparkle design, which I really like. It comes in a few other colors. I'll put them down here. There's like a white one, a black one, a red one, a light blue one, a purple one, but I really like this iridescent, what's called blue chameleon color. It was just so interesting and different. And it's all the way on the back as well, and even on the back of the neck it's all painted the same way. It's really, really nice. This is why it's taken so long for me to do a YouTube review, because I had to wait for this to come, because it took a few weeks longer than I thought it would, but yay! We've got an alder body with rosewood fingerboard. I think the neck is maple, I can't tell because it's painted blue chameleon. I like saying that. We've got some locking tuners for stability. We have one volume, one tone on these sort of nice gridded tone knobs, which feel really nice, and a 3-way pickup selector, and 2 humbuckers. And these pickups are going to get really interesting, and I'll tell you about them in a sec. We got a hip shot straight through, you know, straight through the body, sort of string up bridge. It's great for doing your palm mutes. The neck is this really nice slim shape. It's like, I think it's a D shape. It reminds me of the Wizard 3 necks on an Ibanez. So let's get to the star of this guitar. Hey, that rhymed. So now we have the volume knob, the tone knob, and now we have the super knob. That's just stupid. Why would they call it that? That's stupid. Basically, this is where the effects part comes in. Every time you click it in, it changes color, and that gives you a different sound, and you can choose up to 4 presets. So when it comes with the guitar, you get like a clean, a crunchy, elite sound, and like a death metal sort of crunchy sort of sound. But what makes this really interesting, and a nice little companion, is the app that comes online with it. There's a QR code on the back of the headstock that you scan with your phone, and then that connects to the app that you have. And on this thing, it's got about 148 effects. It's got every kind of effects you'll ever need for any sort of thing on guitar. I think it's got about 40 cabinets and amps, it's got 128 different effects, and it's got a looper, it's got a tuner, it's got a drum machine, it's got everything you goddamn need on your phone. And this part with the pickups now, which I was talking about earlier, on the app you can switch it so you can change from selecting your presets to changing the overall tone and quality of the pickups themselves. So for this one in particular, I've got a nice modern, chunky sort of modern bridge sort of sound for the pickup. For that sort of nice squealy sort of crunchy loud sort of sound that we all love. For the middle section, I've chosen a nice sort of stratty sound, so it gives you that nice glassy feel. And then for the neck, I've decided on a Les Paul 59 sort of warm, woolly sort of pickup sound. Sort of like that Sweet Child of Mine sound we all know. And now I know what a lot of people are thinking, but if it's got all these effects built into them, how are you powering them? Do you need a 9-volt? No, you don't, because this thing is USB powered, baby! Runs on a USB battery, you get 10 to 12 hours out of it, that's enough time to do anything. And I know a lot of people thinking like, oh no, if the battery runs out, I won't be able to use it. I've had this problem as well. Whenever you have like an EMG or an active sort of pickup and then the battery dies and then you can't use the guitar, oh no. But this, even though it's USB powered, you can still use it like a normal guitar, even if if the battery's dead. You can still use your amp and your pedals and your effects and everything. You can still do that, which is really cool. And another cool feature that I haven't seen a lot of people talk about when reviewing this particular guitar is that because all the sounds are coming from inside the guitar, if you want to, all you gotta do is plug in your favorite set of headphones, and all the sounds are coming through here now. So you can just practice to yourself and you can just do whatever you want. If you want to just practice without disturbing anyone, you're perfectly allowed to do that. If you just want to take this off into the park or whatever, or you just you can literally just walk around and just play like this. It's great. So you just want to take your guitar off somewhere and you just want to, I don't know, just meditate on some nice clean sound. And you can do that, it's totally justified, dude. So let's run through everything. We've got the Super Knob, which gives you 128 effects, 40 different cabiners, noise cancellers, and it comes with an app that you can download for free to give yourself a drum machine, a looper, a tuner, all the effects you ever need, all different global effects, a mixer, every kind of overdrive and distortion and flanger and echo and chorus and pitch shifters and auto wah and ring modulators and all the different things you can have in this guitar is absolutely great. The tuner, the looper, all the stuff. Or just because you download the app, you get to use this guitar at its fullest potential. But this is a really cool guitar in terms of not only doing the whole modern metal thing, which you know, but it's also, it can do pretty much every kind of thing. And then even in the app, it gives you all these different presets for pop things and country things and, you know, jazz and shred and metal and rock and all the genres you could think of. And I go to a music course every week, and now this is my preferred guitar to take, because instead of having to, you know, fiddle around with amps in between songs, because we do a very diverse sort of range playlist stuff of everything from disco to pop songs to acoustic stuff to rock stuff to punk stuff to Queen to the Beatles to, I don't know, Lewis Capaldi or some sort of like Texas, you know, country slapback sort of rock stuff, or, you know, we have such a changing list that every 4 songs I just change the patch and I just change the sound to, oh, we're doing that song? Okay, we just switch it to that one. Okay, ready. And I haven't got to mess around with tweaking amps and trying to find the right settings and bringing pedals with me and being all like, oh, what am I gonna do? Everything is just there. You're gonna literally plug this into a clean PA system like they use for microphones and just rock. It's just that simple. I mean, it's just all there and it all just sounds great. So this is a really perfect all-in-one sort of, I wish that this was travel size. I wish this was, if there's any downside I could find with this, because I think this is a great guitar. I think like in terms of the comfort, in terms of the locking tuners, in terms of having a sort of a sleek modern metal design. The brushed sort of, I didn't mention this, the brushed scratch card feels really nice. Has a really nice texture if you're into that sort of stuff. The pickups sound good, it keeps its tuning. The bridge is good, every little thing has just been taken into consideration. How the tone knobs feel and how the super knob it's always gonna be funny. Now the fact that the battery is a decent size, that it's 10 to 12 hours and only takes about like maybe an hour or 2 to charge the whole thing. So it's kind of like charging your phone in a way. It just kind of feels weird when you do it the first time. It's like, oh, I have to charge my guitar. But there's that. You know, the bolt-on neck feeling this way, where it's like this sort of, you can tell it's a bolt-on neck, but it's so smooth. I mean, it's as nice as my Ibanez Gem. I have an Ibanez Gem. And it feels as nice as that. It's kind of ridiculous. The frets feel good. The action and the setup was great out of the box. Oh, and also one thing, hold on. It came with this really nice soft shell case, which I was not expecting when it came in the box. I just saw this case and I was like,
oh no, they've just sent me a guitar case instead.
But then I opened it up and there was a guitar in there and I was really happy about that. But I think this is actually now, like I've had loads of like gig bags and stuff like that. To have a soft shell case come with a guitar, this is the nicest case I own now. It's like really nice plush material, it's waterproof, it's got this thing so like it velcros the neck in place. So you slot the neck in, you slot it in, it's not gonna fall out, which is awesome. Got a thing to keep all your sheets and your cables and all your other stuff in. And it's like, it's made basically for that guitar. Which, I mean, it fits any other guitar, but like it's so tight against the body of this one, it feels almost light. Because it fits with the ergonomics and the weight of the particular guitar itself, it feels light on your back. It's like they thought of everything. But yeah, everything about this guitar I like. It's like a good workhorse sort of guitar where it does everything you need. Even if you don't have access to like an amp and pedals or an interface and you just want to take it straight to a friend's house or, like I said, play it just through headphones, you have the option and you have so many sounds to work with, and you can like I said, you can like play music with yourself in terms of having the looper and the drum machine and like just get your ideas down. It's a fantastic writing tool as well as performing with as well. It's just that everything was taken into consideration, every way that you could use the effects in terms of being all like if you're doing your riffy metal stuff or if you're doing your shred. It's definitely designed for those things, but it's flexible enough to basically be used for any sort of genre of music, which is crazy. Especially when you start doing things with the pickups and like if you want these to all just be like a nice Strat sound or sound like a Telly, or if you want them to sound really warm and use them for jazz or whatever, you have that option now. It's great. So if you're really interested in this kind of guitar, I'll leave a link down below where you can buy it. I would also recommend this guitar in terms of beginners having access to all those sort of sounds and being able to experiment in such a way where like if you're a beginner and you're just starting out, and even on the app there's loads of like chord dictionaries on how to show you how to play chords, which is really awesome for beginners. And having all the sounds you want in order to sound like the bands you're trying to learn from, which is also really cool. It's like, oh, how do they get that sound? Oh, that's and that. And there's loads of presets. There's loads of things you can customize and save and overwrite, and you can name them whatever you want. That's also really cool. I would really recommend this guitar if you're into total versatility and really professional sounding and feeling and comfort and setup. It's just excellent. I really can't sing its praises enough. So yeah, what are you waiting for? Go get it. Go get one of these now. Whatever color you want, I don't care. Just get one. I want more people to get more stuff like this. We need more innovation in guitar, it's really interesting. So with that said, I was thinking it would be very cool to write and record something using only the sounds inside the guitar. So using all the tones and presets and amps and effects, only what's inside the guitar. So I thought I would do a song with it, and it's a metal song. And I decided to name it after the really cool guitar's paint job, Blue Chameleon. This song is called Blue Chameleon, and it will be on all the streaming services, on Spotify and iTunes and Amazon Music and whatever you listen to music on. So with that being said, enjoy!